Freedom is coming tomorrow. Hey, freedom is coming tomorrow. You think you're old, eh? You're ready to move out of your parents' house. Yeah. My name is Parisia Obin and you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like. And to my returning subscribers, I say thank you so much for always coming back. It can be an exciting one when you have the news or you finally jailbreak out of your parents' house. It can be really exciting, but it comes with its own responsibilities. Fortunately for me, I was able to move out of my parents' house at age 21. That was in 2017, October. That was when I finally moved out of my parents' house. I was fortunate enough to get a job in the capital city of Ghana. So I had no other choice than to move out. But what they didn't tell me was that adulting is a scam. Adulting is a scam. No, adulting is growth. It's full of responsibilities. They didn't tell me that part. First and foremost, don't forget that moving out of your parents' house comes with a lot of bills. Yes, so I was fortunate enough to have my dad or my parents pay my first rent for me. So that responsibility was taken off me. But if you're somebody who doesn't have any support from anywhere, consider that you're going to be paying rent. And in our part of the world where you pay rent on a yearly basis or maybe the 2 years rent advance, you should know that it's huge. So before you move out of your parents' house, make sure you have at least enough to take care of 1 year rent advance. Have some income, like a backup money somewhere, be like at least like some 8k bill. Like that's the barest minimum. Let's say if your rent is 300 cedis a month times 12, that is 3,600 times another 12, that is 7,200. So before you move out of your parents' house, especially if you are moving to Accra, make sure you have at least 7,200 to take care of your 2 years rent advance. That's just for the rental. Yes, and that's even for a minimum or like an affordable housing. So just be minimalistic here. So make sure you have at least 7,200 cedis. Consider that before. And when you're moving out, make sure you have a source of stable income. At least stable income, not like you just get up now and deciding to move out. Unless you save that some monies be there that can sustain you for the next 6 months of your life before you finally land a job. But before you move out, make sure you have a source of income. In my case, I had a job that was going to be paying me on a monthly basis. At least that was for the starters. So certain things were not going to be the responsibilities of my parents anymore. So have that. You should know when you are moving out of your family house or your parents' house is that you're going to finish your own apartment. Consider have a priority list. So you're going to buy a bed, you're going to buy TV, you're going to buy fridge, gas cookers. If you don't have some, maybe from the uni days, because in university most people bought themselves stove, fridges, microwaves and all that. If you are unfortunate to not have bought these things when you were in the university, just know that these are some of the things that you will need to finish up at, and you don't have to rush it at all. For like a year, my mattress was just on the floor. I didn't bother buying a bed stand. I didn't. I was just sleeping on my big mattress on the floor. I managed to buy myself my gas cooker, a 4-burner gas cooker, and like some basic stuff. You don't have to rush it. Take your time and then figure it out. And one mistake I made was that because I was new to the city, I didn't really know where to buy affordable things. So I went to buy things in places that were quite expensive, only for me to find out later that they were actually very affordable. So ask questions, ask people who have already lived there, where you can buy some of these things at a very cheap price. I'm not saying go and buy second hand. You can buy brand new items at very affordable prices. So ask questions, ask people who already live in Accra or in wherever you are moving to before you make those purchases. Another thing you should know when you look out for a very nice place you can afford. Please, I'm hinting on the word afford, because Accra emits pressure actually. If you don't take care, you might go and cut your coat according to your friend's size and not your size. So make sure you have that amount of money and you can afford the apartment. Try and get a good agent before you get sued. Luckily for me, I was able to get the landlord of the house and pay the money to him myself. Even with that, when I was paying the money, I took a video of him counting the money. Like, that's how paranoid I was. Like I took a video of him signing the contract and counting the money. So if you're not lucky and you go and get an agent that is not reliable or a fake agent, you might be duped, and your hard-earned cash, if you're supporting your own self, even if somebody is the one paying your rent for you, Charlie, you'll be duped, because money is hard to come by with. When you find an apartment, ask questions about the apartment, like aside the rent you are going to pay, are there any extra costs that you are going to be paying or to the landlord, because these landlords can be like really troublesome, and they can be extremely troublesome. So consider those things, trust me, because you might end up staying somewhere and then you would have to now be paying for extra things. If your room is not self-contained, find out how you guys are going to clean up the bathroom, the washroom, the compound, because the wahala with these landlords can be really frustrating. Another thing, just know that when you're moving out of your house, in as much as you are gaining freedom, just know that the freedom can be, if you don't take care, you'll be overwhelmed by the freedom. Like, if you are the type that doesn't have self-control or self-discipline, you might waste away your life, you might waste your time out there not doing anything profitable. Freedom doesn't mean that you should just waste time. You have to make use of the time, because that's when you actually have your whole life to yourself. You don't have parents calling you to send you, your mom calling you to come and cook and all that. No, you don't have siblings coming into your room to disturb you. You're all by yourself, and so you have the time to actually plan your life and implement the plans. So before you move out of your parents' house, are you somebody who can handle freedom? Are you somebody who can be disciplined, like self-discipline, self-control, like you can actually strategize your life and then move with it? Another thing you should consider when you are moving or you decide to move out, money is not going to come from anywhere for you. They are not going to be giving you money like before. Yes, because now you feel you are a big girl or a big man, so you want to stay alone. Take care of your own stuff. Like, when your prepaid goes out, you won't call your mom or your dad, "Mama, put me prepaid." I say, "Mama, my prepaid is finished." Dad, my prepaid is finished. No, they expect that you take care of your own things yourself. As you move out of your parents' house, there is no going back. Like, you're taking a step in your life, a very bold decision in your life to move forward and not to go back to your parents. So they wouldn't expect you to come back to their house. So even as you have made that decision or you are about to make that decision, know that it is somewhat permanent. It's a permanent decision you have decided to make, because you feel you are a big girl, I'm a big girl, I'm a big boy. So Charlie, you're not going back. No matter how hard it gets, don't dream of going back. And also, moving out is fun. You get to come home whatever time you want to come. You get to sleep whatever time you want to sleep. You get to eat whatever you want to eat. But it gets boring. You get home to your properties, let's say your babies. So yeah, one thing I realized about moving out is that, like, the level of respect for you sort of shoots up from your parents and your siblings, because now they don't get to see you more often. Maybe they'll see you like twice or 3 times in a year. When you go home, Charlie, the treatment is different. When I go home now, my mom can come and serve me breakfast in bed. Like everything is like, it's actually a nice feeling. Like, you go home, the respect is different, they treat you differently because they now see you adults, even though you are still their baby. Another thing is that the control level is down, because now they don't get to dictate certain things in your life. You are on your own. They expect that even as you've moved out and you're a big person, you're going to make your own decisions yourself. Last thing you should know, when you move out, also learn to cut your expenses. Learn to cut down on your expenses. Don't spend on unnecessary things. Because you are living alone, you should have a plan. You know that, okay, every month this is how much I'm going to spend on bills, how much I'm going to spend on this. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to like, don't forget to share. And I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.